I refuse to give you any visual clues about where we are for this video, but I suspect we're going to have some fun. We have one day and one day only in Disneyland. It's only the second time we've ever done a one-day trip here. First time we've done it in the summer, lovely weather, but we were here to check out the Lego store for our Lego channel. We've done that now. We go home first thing tomorrow morning. It's just gone 11 a.m, so we have one day to get as much value as we can out of a one-day park ticket. Obviously, we're going to ride It's a Small World because I love it. We then want to head into studios, check out the changes that have happened in there since we were last here, and get Anna on the Spider-Man ride because she loves that. We also would very much like to get on Pirates of the Caribbean. We would like to check out some of the new merch that's in. And I think Anna wants to buy a Goofy hat because she's pointing at the Goofy hats.
Him? He looks so angry.
Yeah, the Donald hat. I tried that Donald hat on last night when we were in the village, but it doesn't fit my head. But they've got some really cool hats. I'm just to show you the hats. They do have some really cool hats. We keep seeing people in these character hats. I really want that one, but it doesn't fit me. And Anna, I think, is going to pick that one up as the day goes on. But what, you're going to get Donald? Yeah, get Donald then. I really want Anna to get a hat. I really like this Groot hat that's down the bottom as well, actually. This is so typically us. We've got one day here and we're just going to look at merch, even though we already spent last night in the village. You pay over there, I think. You're going to get it? You got to get some merch on. Anna's not even wearing any merch today. It's not acceptable. Come on. Get that bought. Well, after more kerfuffle than you'd expect from Disneyland, picking up the access pass, goodness me, what a kerfuffle. Don't forget your passport if you're getting one of those. Luckily, we didn't. But as we've walked in, it looks like the parade is going to be happening. So we're trying to navigate our way past the parade because it's very, very busy everywhere. It's going to come out of there. And we're just going to try and get away from these crowds of people. We're here for rides, not parades. Apparently we are parade people after all, because there was a seat so I could have a beignet. And there we have the new music festival parade going on from my favourite parade viewing spot. Official parade review. I don't think that was as good. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't as good as the one that they had last year, or the one that they had for was it the 30th anniversary one? That one was really good. The Splashes of Colour one from last year was also really good. This one, it's fine.
You can't really see it.
Yeah, not enough Donald Duck for my tastes.
He was there.
He was there, but he was on the other side. He obviously didn't realise I was here because we weren't planning on watching. Otherwise he would have made a point to see the guy wearing his shirt and the lady female wearing his hat. But now we've had our beignets and our beverage, it is time to head to It's a Small World. There we go, first official sighting of the castle for this year. Looks like it's had a little bit of a polish. It doesn't normally look like it's as sparkly as that on the gold bits. It might have had a lick of paint. But this is my annual request to Disney and Lego to make that castle out of Lego, please. We're ready for that particular castle, complete with dragon underneath. Please and thank you. It is so busy, so much busier than we're used to. I think we're suffering from a double whammy of the last 4 or 5 trips we've been on. We've got very used to being in the Disney hotels and having extra magic hours and getting like 4 or 5 rides done before it gets busy. And then at this time of day, we usually head back to the hotel for a rest and then come back in the afternoon later on when it's less busy. So I think we've got that. We're in here at the peak time, which we're not usually, but also, judging by the amount of kids in here, I guess there's a lot of kids in Europe who are still off school. I know back to school has happened in England, but I guess in France they're still off for the Easter holidays. So it's a double whammy of, it's just mega busy. That being said, I can go full Mickey Mouse cosplay over here, get myself a Mickey Spirit jersey and some gloves and get some ears from over there and I will be full mouse. I actually quite like that. We don't mess around. Main event, straight up. Look at us. We're both so happy to be going on the best ride in the world. Anna's doing that thing with her face where she pretends this ride isn't incredible. She's such a silly goose. It wouldn't be a Disneyland Paris vlog without the shot. The whole reason people come to France. The awesome giraffes. Well, I don't think we're going to be doing many rides on this trip. That one has just about crippled me. With my back the way it's been, having to sit down, like crouch down, slouching a little bit with a little wooden seat pushing into my back. Very sad. I've just seen the saddest thing ever. Someone's lost their Mickey Mouse balloon over there. But yeah, if that one's wrecked my back, I don't think I'm going to be doing Space Mountain anytime soon. So I guess we're just going to be having a casual park explore, mooching in and out of some shops. That being said, we are going to have a little wander down to Pirates of the Caribbean now, see if we can get on that one. And we're going to get as many rides in as we can before my back completely gives up on me. Yeah, as Anna's pointing out, I do need to be able to drive for 7 hours tomorrow, so shouldn't push it too hard. But I think if we get to do Pirates and then get to do the Spider-Man ride, I think I'll be happy with those three. They're all relatively straightforward ones, and I just want to nip into all the different shops in the different areas because they all have slightly different stuff in, and I like to have a mooch. Part of it for me is just soaking up the atmosphere. A big part of it for me, soaking up the atmosphere, and merch shopping because I'm a giant consuming man-child. We've made it on to Pirates of the Caribbean. The restaurant doesn't look very busy today. We didn't enjoy the restaurant last time we were here, so we're going to the Steakhouse instead later today. But I need to put you away because we're going to get wet in a minute because they've put us right at the front. We're just in the Pirates of the Caribbean shop. These play sets are really cool. But Anna says I'm not allowed to buy any more toys that aren't Lego, which is fair. But there is some quite snazzy stuff in here. I really like these cups as well. And they've got different types of Rubik's Cube for the different attractions. I can't see them here. They're over the other side there. Let's go. Ah, there. Yeah. So they got these different Rubik's Cubes, which I can't do a normal Rubik's Cube. Something like that would be a nightmare. Sometimes I'm convinced Anna's never been with me before on these trips. We're just walking through this bit and she was like, "Where are you going?" As if she doesn't know that the giraffe shop is just here. And I always go in the giraffe shop. Obviously I was going in the giraffe shop. For proof this shop is aimed squarely at me, I bought that duck's anus last night. There's my guy. Hello, how you doing? Have you had a good 6 months since I last saw you? Good. Question is, have I had a good 6 months since I last saw him? Because last time I was here, I wanted to buy this and couldn't fit in it. Have I lost enough weight to fit in one now? Is that a 2XL? It's not. So I tried on a 2XL last time and it didn't fit. This time the biggest they've got is an XL. So I'm guessing we wait another year and hope it stays in stock. Boo, hiss. At least it doesn't seem that they're selling very many of them. But we need to continue dieting, which I'll start doing after I have my second beignet. Breaking news, next shop along in Frontierland, they did have the 2XL and it fits. We're making a purchase. It's not the height of summer, but it might not be cool enough for 3 layers. So I might have to lose the jacket or the shirt, but let's face it, the jacket's awesome. And if I don't wear it here, where on earth else am I gonna wear it? So I have to keep it all on for now. We're now heading over to the Haunted Mansion or the Phantom Manor or whatever it's called here. I can never remember which one it is. Big Thunder Mountain, by the way. Big Thunder Mountain and the River Steamboat thing are both closed. Very sad. All scaffolding and stuff going on over there. So can't go on those today, but it looks like the mansion is open, so we're going to head down that way. Haunted Mansion complete, which means I have now done more rides than I expected my back to handle, but it is close to done. Luckily, Anna can double up as a mule, so she's got my backpack. It does mean I'm currently no fugglers, and she has multiple fugglers, but I guess that's the price we have to pay. I've also had to take off my shirt because 3 layers was too many layers, and I need to wear my lovely new jacket so I don't look quite so Disney vomited on now. I look like a stylish man in a stylish jacket. Also, because autism, I've had to undo the cuffs because the cuffs were annoying me. I don't really like things around my wrists. Despite the fact I wear bracelets and a watch, it's certain things I don't like around my wrist. But I think we're done in this park for now. We are going to be coming back pretty much to this spot later today because we've got a dinner reservation in there at the Silver Spur Steakhouse. In fact, Anna said, can we just see if we can get in there now because she's getting hungry. And then once we've either now or after we've eaten, we're going to head over to Studios and do Spider-Man, and probably that'll be it, and just have a little look around. I don't think my back's up to doing Avengers Flight Force. I think it'll probably fall off. I'll be spineless. I promise we are heading towards Studios, but I did make Dave a promise when we dropped him off that I'd buy him a new dog bowl. So we're just walking through these shops to see if we can find him a nice dog bowl. He's got a Disney Princess one at the moment that he likes. So we're just seeing He is a princess, as Anna's saying behind me. Just seeing if they've got any others. I don't think they're in here. But we will find him a dog bowl. Oh, these mugs are awesome. Oh, I'm going to have to buy a mug. I should stop coming in the shops. That is a great mug. Well, that's a purchase. For goodness sake. I did find Dave a dog bowl in that shop. It was just behind the cup, so I've got Dave an Avengers dog bowl. As we walked out, Donald Duck was there doing a meet and greet. I literally took one step towards joining the queue, and a staff member came along and led him away. So I think they've been given instructions to keep him away from me. So that's the only, in 7 or 8 trips to Disneyland Paris now, that's the only time I've ever seen Donald do a meet and greet. And it was for a fraction of a second. Yeah, I absolutely was going to queue. It was a fraction of a second and now he's gone. I don't know what people are queuing for now. It's usually where Winnie the Pooh does his. So Donald's not officially on the schedule. I think he just pops up occasionally. I guess he was covering for Winnie the Pooh while he went to have some honey. But yeah, if I hadn't have needed to get Dave a bowl, I could have been in that queue and been even sadder. Now we are going to studios. So we've made it into studios. We are a couple of weeks too early to be able to get into the new Studio One hangar. I think that reopens in May, early May, from what I was seeing online. But I am reliably informed by TikTok that around in the main area, once you get in, a lot of the fences have come down and it actually feels a little bit more like a theme park and less like a building site than it did when we were here last year. Fingers crossed. Well, we've just been on the Spider-Man ride, which always makes me horribly travel sick. Big tip, if you also suffer from travel sickness, it's not the 3D screens. I always thought it was the 3D screens, but this time I experimented because last time I took travel sickness pills. That is an awesome hat. Last time I took travel sickness pills and still came off that ride feeling rotten. This time I didn't have any with me, so I just shut my eyes on the moving parts where we're just moving around in a little train thing, shut my eyes for that, but got involved in the rest of it, and I feel absolutely fine. So it's actually the motion of the 40 seconds of moving around that was making me sick, not the 3D screen, which is what I thought it was. I mean, I can't buy any more clothes today, but that is a really nice Avengers Campus hoodie. The material on that is lovely. And they've also got the red jacket, which I bought last time I was here. When we were here back in September, the only place I could find that jacket was in the Marvel Hotel, and there was like 2 in there. I guess they've had a bit of a re-release on it because they're everywhere. I could also get some Loki pants. They've got Loki pants down there. The one disadvantage to my not feeling sick on that ride because I took it easy is Anna absolutely ruined me with her high score. 265,000 for Anna, which if the other 3 of us in
265,500.
265,500, which if the other 3 of us in the tram with her had all got the same score, would have put us on the weekly high scoreboard. I got 6,000 points. Yeah, Anna's getting very excited because Iron Man has just walked across that roof towards this Quinjet. I don't know if he's going to come over to the side here. There you go, it's Iron Man. We've not seen Iron Man here before. We usually see Spider-Man. But Iron Man's just come out to say hello. That's cool. I thought he was dead. Clearly not. There you go. We've wandered around for a bit in here trying to work out where the bits that the fences have come down are because there's still a lot of fences up. I think we found one. And also from here you can see through to where they're building the Frozen Land. So I think that's going to be the Frozen Ice Castle thing through there, which is going to have its own lake, its own nighttime show. And basically you're going to have the choice between being there or in the main park in the evenings, which will hopefully help with the crowd. Because I know a couple of summers ago when they were doing the Marvel nighttime show in here, that was great because it was nowhere near as crowded as being in the main park. So you could come in here for that, but hardly anyone knew about it. They weren't really advertising it. But if they get to the point where there's 2 big shows, one in each park, ideally it will split the crowds. If they're really smart, they'll, I was going to say do them at different times, but then people would just go to both. That's a disaster. No, do them at the same time, Disney. I'm here to help. But yeah, I mean, you can't see a huge amount, but there's definitely a mountain forming in there, which I guess is where the castle is going to be. It looks like there's like a building, a house kind of building thing.
She has a castle on the map.
Yeah, I think they've got like an Arendelle village and then there's a big mountain, which I guess is going to have the castle on it. Looks very cool. This is more than we've been able to see on any of our previous trips. I particularly like this area of the park because I feel like I'm walking around my Disney Dreamlight Valley world with Chez Remy over there. It's very cool. I like this shop. I'm gonna go in here and try and find myself a new cereal bowl. This is my cereal bowl shop. Best cereal bowls in the park in here usually. Plus chef's hats. Well, I think I've set myself up for disappointment in here. Can't find any cereal bowls. They do have this very cool mug, which is basically the size of a cereal bowl. Plus this massive M&M station, which I think is new. With all sorts of M&Ms in, but no sign of any cereal bowls. So this might be my first Disney trip in years where I don't get a new cereal bowl. This is horrifying. The chef's hats don't fit me either, which makes things even worse. Do I get myself a little chef outfit for when I'm eating my cereal? The problem with that is I feel like I'm cheating on my friend Tiny Chef. If you're not a fan of Chefy, you need to Google Tiny Chef. He is my current hero. So I couldn't wear a different chef's costume in a world that Tiny Chef exists in. Well, we traipsed all the way up this end of the park for the Cars road trip, and it's broken. And they're literally just disembarking it now, it's broken. So no Cars road trip for us. We've been seeing people walk around with Belgian fries all afternoon now. We are getting pretty hungry because we've not had any lunch, but our dinner reservation is in like 2 hours. So we don't want to have lunch now at this place. Is doing Belgian fries, frikandel and Belgian waffles. That's like a perfect meal for me. One of each, please. I'll be delighted. But yeah, Anna says we have to go and sit down and eat in a restaurant like grown-ups. Donald's back, but our dinner reservation's in 15 minutes. So we can't wait. I'm never going to get to meet Donald. But that's twice today he's been there. So I'm hoping when we come back through after dinner, he might be there again, and then I can queue for him. We're in our favourite restaurant, the Silver Spur Steakhouse, which, by the way, smells amazing. We've been in here about 10 minutes. We're just waiting to order. Just being in a warm, nice-smelling room with slightly dimmed lights. It's only 4 p.m, and the tiredness has hit me like a steamroller. Bearing in mind, yesterday was like an 11-hour drive. I was then up till 2 a.m. editing the videos for the Block Party channel. And then got up again at 8 to do it all again. And we've got to be up super early tomorrow. We've got to leave the hotel at like 7 a.m. tomorrow, so I've got to be up at 5 in the morning. There is no way we are watching the fireworks tonight. I suspect we will have our meal. It's France. We'll be in here 2 hours. They don't know how to do a fast meal in France. But I think by the time we've eaten, we'll just have a slow walk back via some shops to the car, and I'll probably be asleep by 8 p.m. I am I'm going to order a double espresso with my steak. I'm so tired. I'm too old for trips with this much action. I'm having a great time, but I am too old to do this without nap times scheduled in. Well, we sat here for a good hour waiting to order, but by the time, once we actually ordered, the food came in about 3 minutes, and it is a very nice looking steak. And Anna's got a beverage that looks like a cactus. The steak was a delight, and they've now given me a double espresso, so my eyes are awake again. And now we have a dessert I haven't had for 2 years, and it was delicious the last time I had it. Lovely, lovely pecan pie. Your review? 3 nods from Anna. Tells you how good that pecan pie must be.
Can't work out what the white is.
Cream of some kind, I guess. Merry Christmas. Well, that dinner was very good, but goodness me, the service leaves something to be desired. 2 hours we were in there. It's mad. What's also mad is the contrast to how it would be in England. It's 5:30 as we're leaving, and the place is absolutely deserted. Yet it was busy when we got there for lunch at 3:30, and it'll be heaving again in like 2 hours. You won't be able to get in the door. It's mad. We eat early in England. Anna's saying bye. Anna's ready to go for a nap. I think she's ready to just go back to our hotel now, because we have got an early start in the morning. We'll have a slow walk back, but we were saying while we were eating dinner, I don't think we've necessarily rushed the day. I don't think there's anything that's open that we would want to do that we haven't done. Obviously, it's a shame we can't go on Big Thunder Mountain and the big boat, but they're both closed. because of the way our backs are, we can't do any of the stuff like Indiana Jones or Hyperspace Mountain. So I don't think there's any rides we're missing out on. Certainly having Anna's access card is a big advantage because it means we haven't had to queue up for the ones that we've done. I think if we'd have had to have queued up for rides, we probably would have struggled to fit in everything we've done anyway. And it looks like there's about to be a performance here for the music festival because these guys have just turned up. This is the second time we've walked past this area today, just as they've been walking along, ready to do the show. So that's pretty cool. They're obviously performing there regularly throughout the day. But yeah, I think we're just going to have a slowish walk back down Main Street, maybe a little mooch around the Disney Village. I've told Anna not to let me near the Lego store because I'm feeling weak and I will buy, and we spent enough in there yesterday. But yeah, I think we're close to done for the day. We've certainly already decided no fireworks today. I don't think it's a new show, so I think we can afford to miss it this time. Realistically, we're probably going to be coming back later in the year. We were this close when we were at the ticket booth this morning, picking up Anna's access card, to just getting the annual passes now. But we were sensible, we've held off. But I think annual passes are probably in our future. Now we have seen just how relatively easy it is to just kind of nip over and do the ancillary stuff for the trip a little bit cheaper. The Eurotunnel crossing, the slightly cheaper hotel. This entire trip, 2 nights, include 2 nights in a hotel, 1 day of park tickets for both parks for both of us, plus the Eurotunnel, cost us about £700 compared to a typical trip where we do maybe an extra night, an extra day in the parks and stay in a Disney property. You're looking at the best part of £2 grand for that. And that's what's kind of always put us off taking the plunge on the annual passes. That, yeah, we'd get into the parks for free, but we'd still have to spend £1 grand plus a trip on hotels, and now we've seen that you don't have to. So I think annual passes are in our near future. So just wandering down Main Street, we haven't really been on Main Street, we've gone the back way all day. Has this always been here? Candy Palace? Certainly there seems like there's been some kind of tie-in with M&M's since we were last here. So we have another enormous M&M's assortment in all sorts of flavours and colours. Are they flavours with M&M's, or is it just lots of different colours? But that is a lot of M&M's. I feel like that might be new. I'm going to go through this shop and meet you the other side unless you want to come through. I'm just going to go in here. I think this is the last shop I've not been in. I do like a shop. I shouldn't be allowed to come here, but we've got to see if there's any last minute purchases that need to be made, like, for example, Disneyland Paris pants. Anna, I'd love it if I turned up in a pair of them. We've got some nice varsity jackets over there for kids. Blooming kids ruin Disney, don't they? What have we got over here? I really like the idea of getting a jacket of some kind, but like a rain jacket. I realise I've bought a gazillion jackets over the last few trips, but none of them are waterproof. But I think I'm going to be able to escape this shop without having to spend any more money. If that had been a little bit more manly, I could have taken the plunge on that. But Anna should be out here somewhere, I think. Oh, there she is. There she is. There's definitely a parade about to kick off. Oh, it's Mickey. It's just Mickey playing a trombone, apparently. Oh, he's down there. So Mickey's on his way. It does mean I don't know if there's a drop curb for Anna to get down so we can get out of the park. Well, Anna's scooter just about survived. We have made it back to the car. It is 6:15. So in the end, I think we started the video saying, would we be able to get everything we wanted to get done in 1 day? We actually got it done in about 6 hours in the end, because I think we turned up, I guess we turned up about 11 o'clock this morning. 2 hours that was spent in the restaurant though. So big thumbs up to the access card, which allowed us to go on every ride we wanted to go on with time to spare and go in all the shops and everything as well. Really, really awesome. But now we've got to try and break this thing down and get it back in the car. The scooter, not Anna. So if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for whatever adventure we get up to next. I'm going back to the hotel for a lovely sleep. And thank you very much for watching.